Hi guys. Sorry, I needed to drink a little something. Welcome to a wonderful webinar by yours truly. If you guys do not know me, my name is Caitlin. I have been a Beachbody coach for a while now, and some of you guys, you don't know what Beachbody is. Some of you don't know who I am or why I messaged you at all. What I want to do in this call is kind of explain all of that to you and what it is exactly that I do and why you keep getting invites from me or why you got this random one or something along those lines. Some of you guys just saw the story and clicked that you wanted more information, so I did my best to get you that as soon as I could. Some of you got a random message. Maybe we've talked about Beachbody before. Maybe we haven't, but there's something in your post that I really like and enjoy, and I think that you would be a good fit either if you decide to pursue coaching, that would be great, or even just as a challenger, that would be awesome to have you in my groups because it's a really loving and supporting community. So what I have planned for us today is we're going to kind of go over like my story and everything. And I have a little PowerPoint so that we can look at the slides together. Lots of cool pictures, lots of cool stories, and lots of information for you. If you have questions, you can type them in the chat or hold them until the end because there is actually a spot that I have for questions closer to the end so I can address all of those that you guys did not get to me already because I did have some people message me back with their questions and everything. So at this time, I would like to say hi and welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And I really appreciate you being here. It means a lot to have your love and support, especially after all of the messages I get saying like that I'm either inspiring you guys or encouraging you guys. It is really awesome to have that love and that encouragement poured back on me. So thank you in advance. And if you hang out for longer than a few minutes, you do get entered to win a prize. So let's go ahead and I'm going to do what's called a screen share. Of course, there's the dog. I'm going to do what's called a screen share so that I can share that slide presentation with you guys. And we can go ahead and get started from there. I hope you guys had a wonderful week, and I really do appreciate the time that you are spending here with me now. It means a lot. And yes, I will say that again because it's true and I mean it, and time is of the essence. And honestly, that's why I switched to doing the, a lot of people call it a sneak peek or a scoop group, but I'm just going to call it a webinar. I switched to doing it this way because 5 days on Facebook trying to catch up with all of that stuff is just too long. So one stop, 30 minutes, we're going to rock this, and then we can all go about our business and enjoy our Friday nights and enjoy the weekend. And as long as I don't go into labor while we're on this call, we're good because I am due on Monday. So you'll be the first to know, I guess, if that happens. So I decided to call this You've Grown Girl, even though typically Beachbody is an industry that's associated with weight loss and getting in shape and getting fit. I want to talk about the personal growth that we achieve through this opportunity. For me, that's where I've seen the most change in my mental state. I've seen so much physical change, and you guys have seen it and you've commented on it and you've been wonderful. But just the support and the community and the love and the difference in my thought processes now, just through the personal development and that community has really changed my life. So whenever I invite you, yeah, you might have said something about wanting to lose a few pounds. Maybe you even said something about wanting to gain a few pounds because that is the goal for some people. But ultimately, I just want you to be a part of the community because it's so great. And we share the things that we like. We share our Netflix shows that drive us crazy. So why not share the positive stuff too? So this presentation is all about the potential for change with Beachbody. And I'm going to tell you a lot about mine just so that you get a feel for it. So my story, I was in college and my mom's friend reached out to me about 20 times. And that was when Brazil Butt Lift was big and coming out, and Insanity was out, and P90X. There wasn't a lot of programs. So my mom decided to help her friend out and try the shakes. And I remember my mom and I trying some of the Brazil butt lift workouts in her bedroom, and they were hard, and I was lazy. And I had come from high school being super active, doing cheerleading and dance and everything like that. And I was like, going to the gym like once every week or two, since it's free, I can do that. And I don't really need this, but I'll do a workout a week with my mom or something. Fast forward a few years later, several years later, and she was messaging me again. And I was like, but Planet Fitness is literally on the other side of the fence from my apartment down here in Orlando. Why would I do that? Oh, well, because I spent all of this hard time and energy losing weight for my wedding, but I wasn't like in super great shape. I did lose the weight, and I was like one of the small, at that point, I was the smallest size that I had been since high school, but I gained about 12 pounds of that back, and I got really insecure. And all of the like lingerie and everything like that, it just didn't fit right anymore. And I got self-conscious, and I let everything get into my head, and I needed to change. And I remember telling Chris, my husband, that I wanted to try and run a 5K without stopping. And he said, why? You hate running. And I was like, because I like cookies and I need to lose weight. There's my cat. It never fails. Oh, thank you, Quinn, for changing the slide, but we're not there yet. I'm sorry, guys. But if you've seen my pictures, you know that my animals really like to be in my workout stuff. So again, actually that same person reached out to me around that same time, and they were having a coach sneak peek is what they called it at that time. And I was like, okay, well, she said I can win free stuff. And I am all about the free stuff, y'all, all about the free stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to win me something, because I don't want to pay for those shakes. They're too expensive. Straight up. Like literally, that was my mindset. So I went and I actually won a sample of cafe latte, which is what I'm having now. It was brand new at the time. So I won a sample of that, and I got a lot of really cool info. And then whenever I got the samples from her, I was like, these are actually pretty good. So I was like, let me see if these things are worth it, because she's still doing this. So obviously something is happening. I bought the sample pack, and it comes with like 5 or 7 so that I could try the different flavors. Cause I'm like, if I'm about to drop $100+ on this, I need to make sure that there's a flavor that I like, that I can stand for a month. And so I did. And after about 3 days in a row of having the shakes, I felt a huge difference. I wasn't craving sweets as bad. I had more energy, and this might be TMI for you, but I don't really care, because it helps me and it's going to help some of you. Not everybody has this, but for me, it also helped my regularity. Yeah, I mean pooing. It helped me like actually poop more on schedule. And that is wonderful for somebody who has problems doing that. If you are one of those people, you understand. If not, kind of sorry about the TMI, but at least you know that there are tons of benefits that you can get from them. I talked to her, and at that point in time, you couldn't do the Beachbody On Demand Challenge Pack where you get the year with a month of shakes. You got 1 month of shakes, and then you got 1 program on DVD and 1 month of Beachbody On Demand. So I had to choose between PIO and size. And you see this picture right down here. This is after 1 month of PIO. 1 month. I decided to go in, and I was like, I'm going to do this. And I got Chris to show me how to pull it up on the computer, PlayStation, however you want to do it in the living room. I did that while he was playing his video games. And then over on the right, that's me rocking my shake. Woo! Because after all this time, I still drink it. And if it costs that much, obviously I still drink it for a reason. And even though whenever I started, I signed up as a coach for the discount, what happened was I started posting about it, and I posted the transformation picture after my coach was like, this is really good. So I got brave and I posted it, and I was nervous. And then all these people were like, that's so great. And just the encouragement and the positivity, you guys, like it encouraged me to stick with this and invite more and more people along. So all from just giving something a shot. So I stuck around for the impact because I wanted to see what else I could do for one and what I could do for other people. Because if I was having this much luck with it, somebody else would. And every little bit of income that I see back helped me pay for whatever it was that I was getting, the shakes, all of that stuff. So it was a win-win. The common objections, mine too, like I said, I thought that they were overpriced protein shakes because I could easily go get some of those, not Ovaltine, the Carnation, the breakfast ones. That's what I was drinking before, but I was hungry really shortly after drinking those. So now I have my Shakeology and I'm hungry a lot less. And I typically mix mine with milk and coffee. Some people blend theirs. Oh, excuse me. Some people blend theirs. I like to do that to treat myself. Some people add spinach. Oh, sorry. Baby's giving me a little gas. Better the attic than the basement. But some people mix their spinach and fruits and stuff in there. And to some people, that's a waste of the money. But honestly, if you're following the food plans that Beachbody gives you, you have to have X servings of fruits and X servings of vegetables. And I don't want to eat spinach leaves. So if I want to put spinach in my chocolate shake because the chocolate covers up the taste of the spinach, then come on. We got to think smarter here. Work smarter, not harder. Make it easy on ourselves. Duke. I can't with these animals, y'all. He's been quiet all afternoon. I guess they just really like y'all. The next excuse that a lot of people give is not only are the shakes too expensive, but it's too expensive and the gym is cheaper. False. 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 Okay. One, it is 1 year of 700 plus workouts for $100. If you get a challenge pack, you get a year of 700 plus workouts plus 1 month of shakes for $160. You get a month of meal replacement shakes for $60. Yeah, we're going to move on. I don't have the money. In parentheses, these people, Tulin and Raina and so many other coaches, literally start their testimony with things like, I was homeless. Like Tulin is one of the most famous plus size coaches in Beachbody. And I think that's how her story started. She was literally living in a car and used this opportunity to not only change her health and her fitness, but also her financial status because homegirl is banking now. Raina, I just watched a call with her the other day and her husband is a money cruncher down to the thing. And they had to go to the store and live off hamburger helper and green beans in the can with their kids for a while until she got the business up and running and she was making money and could help pay for more stuff. They made it happen. It's really just a matter of how bad you want it. You will stop going to Starbucks and paying $5 for that 500 calorie coffee and you will switch it for cafe latte stuff that has this is a vegan pack right here of the chocolate. You'll switch it for something that has a lot less calories, 160 calories, a lot more fiber, a lot of protein, a lot of iron. I don't want to get on that soapbox too long. If it is a priority, then you will find the money. And if not, then that is extra motivation for you as a coach to be reaching out to people and inviting them on the journey so that you can make that money back. Some people, literally their first month, their significant other was like, you are not going to continue this if you can't make enough money to pay for what we just bought. So a lot of people actually started with that, or even I think Ashley Molstad said that she started with the intention of returning the empty bag because there's a 30-day money back guarantee. So some people actually start that way and then go to make such huge impacts in this business and the people around them. Other MLMs. I was actually deciding between It Works and Beachbody whenever I chose Beachbody. And what swayed me was I had done Mary Kay before, and I didn't like the idea of having inventory. I didn't like the idea of having parties. I didn't like the idea of doing all of my own paperwork. Hey, Beachbody does all of that for you. and all it costs is $15.95 a month. So if you're a coach, you pay $15.95 a month, and they do all of that for you. At the end of the year, they send you a thing saying how much you made. Whatever you spend, like if you go on trips or things like that, or even whenever you buy your own shakes or your own workout gear, since if you're a coach, it is a business, you can write all of that off. So that kind of stuff you have to do, but they at least keep track of the income for you. I don't have time. For the last 6 years of my life, I have been struggling this. I don't have time BS. And I say that because that is what it is. Everybody has the same 24 hours. So if a single mom who works 2 jobs and has 3 kids can find 20 minutes a day to invite a few people to do this and is now in the $1 Million Club, I think that you can do this. It might take a little bit for you to figure out what your groove is and how it's going to work for you and what it's going to look like. And different seasons are going to make you switch it up. You're not always going to be able to do it at 6 a.m. because the kids' school schedules are going to change. You're not always going to be able to do it the same, but it's your business, so you can do it however you want to do it. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. What if you don't like it? Okay. At least you tried. Like, if you don't like it, that's okay. It's not for everybody. However, there's tons of coaches out there who think they're too introverted, or they don't have the following, or yada, yada, yada. And I have watched call after call in the last 3 weeks of people with all of those excuses who are now making more than I'm making teaching because they didn't give up. It's about consistency and sticking with it. Now may not be the best time as a common objection. That is valid. If now is not your time, now is not your time. You can't push somebody to do this. I can want this for you all day because I see your post about struggling with your health, about struggling with your fitness, about struggling with trying to like make enough money to cover something. And I want to help you. So I invite you, but I can't want it bad enough for you for it to work for you. You have to actually put in the effort. And that's whether or not you're a coach or a challenger, because you're not going to get results if I want you to do the workouts. You have to want it. You have to want it bad enough to do it. You have to want it big enough for whatever motivates you over here in this right-hand picture to become a habit. If you want to pay something off, post a picture of your car over there and be like, I'm going to make enough to pay this off in the next X months. My goal for this month is to cover the car payment. My goal for this month is to cover the groceries. And some common objections, like I put this other one down here, and this is actually a testimony from somebody in one of my boot camps right now. I'm a major quitter though, so I'm surprised I've lasted this long, to be honest. But I'm tired of giving excuses. I want to be healthy for my kid, and I want to be able to play with him. It's really a lifestyle change, and I wasn't ready before. Thank you for sticking with me through it all. We will definitely rock this. And honestly, that's what this whole journey is about. You're going to get objections. You're going to get rejections. You can't take it personally. Like, they have to want it. All you can do is be there with the tools to give them when they are ready. And that's what I love about this, because I'll get random messages months later and they're like, I'm ready now. And I'm like, let's rock the crap out of this. So don't give up on those people, because I was one of those people before. And odds are you're probably one of those people too. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Okay, so the growth. I told you that this was a huge thing for me. This first picture over here. These are my results from 21 Day Fix. This is the second or third time I did that program, because the first time or two, I didn't really put in a lot of effort. The workouts were harder, so I didn't think I needed to. I didn't change anything about my eating habits. I didn't even go hard in the workouts. I just did it to check off a box. No. Brain check. You need to fix that crap, because if you aren't focused on your results and your why, then it's not going to happen. This one down here in the bottom left, the one up here up top where we are kissing the floor, yes, the ground, and this big one over here on the right are all from our big event called Summit last year in 2018. I was actually not able to go this year because it was so close to my due date. I didn't feel comfortable traveling that far while I was that far along. So I missed it this year. But last year I went, and it was a life-changing experience. There's tons of trips that you can get through coaching. You actually can win trips and win money for trips and like be able to be invited to free things. Just if you like help X amount of people, you get invites to certain different ones, and all of that's like further on training. But just know that there's opportunities upon opportunities upon opportunities for you to go and for you to make new friends. Like these two girls right here in this picture where we're kissing the ground, they don't speak NASDAQ. They don't really care about all of that stuff, but my passion inspired them to kiss some dirty bricks. And my refusal to give up on that day actually gave us the once in a lifetime experience of getting a private tour of the whole track. It was so amazing. That bottom left picture, those are 3 random people that we worked out with. You know, there's thousands upon thousands of people working out at 4:30 in the morning in downtown Indianapolis. And those are some people that were like, hey, you're cool. And we cheered each other on during this massive workout. So let's take a picture together and be awesome. Yeah. And over here on the right, if you have done any Beachbody workouts or have heard of Chalene Johnson, this is her right here, this short little one with the purple leggings and the navy top. We did a live workout with her, and then at the end of it, she actually came around and she was able to take pictures with everybody. So we got a picture. That's me, super cheesing right here behind her. She's my fave. And she's the one who did PIO. So I'm always going to have that connection with her because that was my first Beachbody program. This joker down here in the middle, me jumping over this finish line looking like a crazy person, that is somebody who didn't used to run, who, even though they did cheerleading and dance and soccer and volleyball and softball throughout their life, they hated running and sucked at it. And then one day they decided that they wanted to try and do the Disney Princess Half Marathon for a pair of shoes. Yes, for a pair of shoes. I told myself I was not allowed to spend the $130 on these Cinderella New Balance shoes unless I did a race worthy of them. And I thought a 10K wasn't enough of a challenge, so I decided to go big and go for the half marathon. That was February of 2018. I started that race. I jogged the whole time, except for when I was drinking water because I don't want to choke. But I jogged the whole time, except for when I was getting water and when I stopped at the castle to take my handstand picture, because at that point I was doing my handstand a day, and a lot of you guys have seen those posts. It was amazing. I started sobbing whenever I crossed the finish line because I didn't know I was capable of that, and this journey taught me that I'm capable of so much more than what I thought I was. All of these pictures are proof that every little bit you put in of hard work matters in the end. So that picture to me means so much. And by the way, I didn't get the shoes. They stopped selling them. But I have a really awesome story because of it, so I won't change a thing. But Beachbody and this, again, the community and the support network and all of the tools and the mental growth and the physical change and just all of the love and the possibility and knowing I had that potential is what led me to be able to do that. And that's what I want for all of my challengers. Like, it's a part of my mission statement and my website and everything like that. I want you to go from, I don't think I can do that, to holy crap, I did that. That is my goal for everybody I work with. I want you to inspire yourself. And if it takes somebody else like me or even a different coach to believe in you first, let us do that. Let us help you. Let us cheer you on. That's what we want. We want to help you. And if it starts with us and then you get traction for yourself, rock it. We can do this. Okay. The part that everyone is really curious about: how do we make an income? You start out, you sign up as a coach. Some of you just want the discount. If you just want the discount, that's fine. You get 25% off everything. So if you want to get shakes, my shakes, instead of being $130 a month, I have them on the auto direct shipping, so it's $99. So $99 plus that $15.95 coach fee, it's still $20 off. So you're saving $20 just by signing up to be a coach. The leggings, the t-shirts, all of that, the beach bars, Any other products that you want to try, those are all 25% off. Whenever you decide to start growing the business, you can make income a few different ways. You make commission. So anytime anybody signs up as a client, so if you get a challenge pack and it's like the $160 one, then your coach makes $50 off of that. For the 3-month on-demand Beachbody, it's 40-ish. We see about 15 of that. So there is a commission for each one, and that's what these pictures are. Over here on the left on the bottom, you can see there's Coach, Active Coach, Emerald, Ruby, and Diamond. So once you hit Emerald, which means that you have 2 coaches under you, you can get what's called a cycle bonus. And how that works is you have somebody on each side, and each time this side gets 200 volume from purchases and things like that, and this side gets 100, that's a cycle. So depending on your rank, the Emerald, the Ruby, the Diamond, all of that stuff, which again, if you decide to coach, there's further training on that. I just don't want to overwhelm you with information. No, for now, 2 legs, you need volume, double on this one, 200, 100, you get a bonus. And that's called a team cycle bonus. And as you get more and more coaches under you, you up your rank more. And with higher ranks, there's different types of bonuses. So there's like bonuses for 2-star diamonds and bonuses for all of these other things. All of those you see. If you help a certain amount of people each month, then you get free gifts and bonuses. So it all just is a compound effect. And it's wonderful because not only do you get commission from your clients, but also the people under you who you are helping them pay for their groceries and everything. Yep. They get stuff, and then you also get some type of benefit from that. But if you get down here and you have 20 people join you in the first 2 weeks, then that is a lot of income for you, and it's only volume for me. So that's why this is a little bit different than a pyramid scheme, because you can very easily outmake and outrank whoever is above you. You are not dependent on how much I'm making or what I am doing. So even like my coach above me has fallen off the Beachbody bandwagon, doesn't matter. I can still make income because I'm not dependent on their success. And that is amazing. That means that it is all up to you and you have all of the power. Income progressions. This is what a lot of people really want to see. Mine, I did mine over the last few weeks because I wanted something really recent with all of the switching jobs and pregnancy and craziness in life right now. The last few weeks, I've gone from some weeks are 0 weeks. I will be honest. I'm going to be straight with you and I'm going to be honest. So $0. Some weeks it was 79. Some weeks it was 89. By the end of this month, I'm going to have enough to pay off our motorcycle early. So I'm going to be making a few $100s just from this month. The next one is my upline diamond coach. So the person who's next up in rank above me and who's closest to me, that's their income progression. So they started out making $44.92 in October of 2013, and in January of 2018, they made $4,000. Homegirl over here on the right, my income progression, girls just want to be CEO, that is Ashley Molstad. She is #1 in the company right now, and in July of 2019, she works Beachbody about 30 hours a week and makes $23,000 a week, guys. So whenever I need more training on something and whenever I need to know how to do something, I go straight to her YouTube channel and I'm like, how does she do this? I follow her on Instagram. What's in your stories? What are you talking about today? By the way, she's pregnant right now. So we're also bonding over that. And by we're bonding, I'm creeping on her journey because she kind of knows I exist. My name pops up and we're like in training together, but we're not super close yet. So there, like the potential, it all, like it says, it depends on you. Now I'm getting a little bit more consistent with my income. So my income progression, whenever I do it month by month for this year, is going to look a lot different than it has for the past year. Like already this year, I think I've made almost double than what I did last year. So it's super awesome and very up to you. And if you need more money because your car was in the shop, you can do that. It's just a matter of how hard you're willing to work. So now if you guys have any questions, I am willing to take those. I did have somebody message me earlier and they kind of wanted to know the steps of, sorry, I was checking the time. We only have a few seconds left. But they asked me about starting as a coach and what it looks like. It's whatever you want to do. It is go at your own pace. If you just want enough to cover what you paid to get in here, that's like 3 people. Invite 3 people and it's $150 if they get a challenge pack. If not, and they get like just the Beachbody on demand, like I said, you're going to see commission from that. But it's going to be a little bit less. So all of that stuff feeds into it. What are the benefits of becoming a coach? Well, you can either get your stuff for discounted rate, number one. That's what we call a discounted coach. You can get enough to cover your stuff every month. So freebie coach, well, we'll go with that. And then there's like the business builders and the successful coaches who really put forth the time and the energy to grow. And this picture down here, again, that one is from Summit. And this chick right here in the magenta, that's that same one on the last slide that's making $23,000 a week. She's in the million club now. Like, it really is completely up to you. I had questions about the shakes. What is the point? They are a meal replacement shake and they are packed with vitamins and nutrients. Like I said, this one, I'm looking at the vegan chocolate. I have a vegan chocolate and a regular chocolate right here. So 160 calories, total fat, 3 grams, carbs, 17 to 18. That's for the chocolate. There are different carbs and everything for different flavors. Fiber, protein, vitamin A, calcium, iron, biotin, B12, folate, like all of the stuff that I'm having in my prenatals, I'm getting almost the same amount in my shakes. So that is really awesome. And a lot of people have had a lot of success just switching up their daily vitamins for their shakes. And like I said, some people mix it with milk and veggies and fruit and everything, but I like to keep mine simple. And unless I need help getting those other servings of everything, then I'll just do milk and shake or milk and coffee and shake because it's fast and that's an easy breakfast for me. And it fits the type of lifestyle that I have. For those of you who rush with time, that might be a good answer for you. It might be your go-to for breakfast. Or if you forget to eat lunch or forget stuff on a constant basis, buy the packets and take them to work. That way, if you forget your lunch, you're still good. Like, you're not going to have the 2 o'clock hanger issues and get in fights with your boss. So this picture on the right, what if? Those pictures of me at the bottom left, they were from when I was the heaviest in my life, except for right now. And then the picture in the middle is last summer when I was at my lowest weight since senior year of high school, so my adult life. And then the picture over there is of me pregnant. And honestly, it was a different mindset and a different person for each of these pictures because even though I was getting bigger because I was pregnant, I still had some problems with that in the beginning. So just on this journey, talking about mindset and the potential for growth and change, you have to know where you're at and you have to have a destination in mind. Otherwise, it's going to be so easy for you to lose track and lose heart and lose hope. So know that a huge part of my boot camps and how I help my team and my coaches is we talk about mindset and we talk about personal development because that is a building block of this company. It's built on 4 things. So the personal development, recognition, inviting, and being a product of the product. And if you've been watching me for any length of time, you know that I do all of those things and you know that I care and that I want you to experience them too. So what if you actually jumped in and gave yourself a chance? What do you think you would be capable of? You've heard my story and there's about a bajillion coach stories on YouTube that you can look up and people that you can follow on Instagram. And it's just so inspiring and so humbling to know that something as simple as making a few daily changes can change your life so drastically. And that's the one thing that I want you guys to take away from this. This is what it is. My team, I called it Team Be the Change 41 because I want to be the change that I want to see in the world. I want the people in my groups to know that they are capable of so much more through encouragement, inspiration, and empowering each other. So that's like my team emblem. And over there on the left, live fiercely, live beautifully. Don't be afraid to grab life by the balls. Do it. Go for it. See what happens. Don't wonder what if. Just do it and take it as a learning experience. That girl in that picture right there who's wearing a crop top in public, I was so surprised that I did that last year. And it's all because I gave myself a chance to look at myself differently. And if that's the one thing that you guys take away from watching my journey and joining me, then I feel like I have been successful. I want you to be confident. I want you to look in the mirror and appreciate the person that you see. And I don't want you to hate yourself. That is my goal for everybody that I work with. I want you to love, live loved, and love others. So if you guys do not have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and close this out before it stops us. And thank you again so much for coming. If you guys have any more questions, please feel free to message me directly. You have my Instagram or Facebook, whichever one I invited you from, because I invited people from both. Or if I invited you in person, then yeah. But don't be afraid to step out onto new territory. You never know what you might find. Explore a little bit. Embrace life. And I will contact the winner of our freebie gifts shortly here. I'm going to put the names, in a little drawing, and I will go ahead and do that because it is about to stop us. So thank you guys again, and I hope you have a wonderful Friday and a wonderful weekend, and it has been an honor to share my journey with you, and I hope that it inspires you. I hope that it encourages you, and I hope that you get some empowerment out of this and my posts and whatever step you decide to take next on your journey. Thank you guys.